what 3 bits of advice would you give to EMU students?
Sure.
I guess college of business students, but any EMU student, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the first piece of advice would be to cultivate start cultivating a professional online presence, like right away. That's important. Like, if you have social media that's just Instagram and those kind of things that have a bit of an unprofessional presence, we're now moving towards a time where when you get interviewed, and even when we interview people, you look up their social media, you search them online. So start building a professional image online early on. Be it on
Absolutely.
LinkedIn or be it on, just and don't have pictures of yourself drunk, like chugging 40s, and because it affects, it genuinely will affect your
Yeah.
professional credibility.
And that doesn't mean you can't do that. You just
Exactly,
don't need to take
exactly. You
pictures of
don't,
it and
yeah,
post
yeah,
it.
yeah. You don't got to share it with everybody. So like that's an important part that I noticed a lot of students were not doing
Right.
early on, is just cultivating a more professional online presence, so that they can have more opportunities and doors open for them
Yeah.
when they're done with school.
Yeah.
So
great.
that, and then also build a support system within like a lot of students, even when I was going to school, everybody was just kind of on their own. And everybody just kind of came to class, went, like, nobody really interacts with each other anymore. Nobody really talks with each
Yeah.
other. And there isn't really much of a support student, just a system amongst students themselves, because that initial network that they build, and that support system that they build as they grow, as they go into professional fields, that basically that exponentially grows, because then the network that the other person builds, and the network, and so it's essentially like a networking effect, where
Yep.
each person that grows their network, you'll become part of that growth.
Yes.
So that's important too, is to build a network and a support system while you're at school, and don't just like sleep through the classes and just go to school, right? Like,
Yeah,
don't just go to
it's so
school and
true.
just, right? Like, don't just go to school and like, okay, let me take these classes, and then, oh, now I gotta go home, and then, oh, let me go to the school again, and it's just like it's a cycle for, you're just waiting for graduation, but you're
Yeah.
not actually actively, your mind isn't there. It's disconnected from, so I think that's important. And the third one is that I noticed a lot of students just did not, even the resources the school has available, students don't use any of them.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't do not use, be
Yeah.
it mental health help resources, be it career resources, resume resources. When the business school has events that, where you can go and you can get your resume reviewed.
Yep.
Barely anybody will go to, the students that I had in my group, for example, like they'd be like, oh, this isn't important. But I mean, the slightest bit of help
That's
make
so
a difference.
important. And
Right?
so many students kind of think, oh, your resume, it's one and done, but it's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
not. It's a
Yeah.
continual
It's a
process
continuous
of
process, and you're
updating
continuously
it.
optimizing,
Yeah.
and you're
Yep.
continuously improving. That's the big thing.